Hi, I'm John Mallos. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV. On this Tuesday morning, it's business. The focus on business today, a business that's been around only about a year and a half in downtown Fresno. Not North Fresno, not in Clovis, but a man and his wife who took a chance on downtown. 436-ME-TV option 11. Hope you take a chance in calling in today. On the program, we'll be here for the full hour. Today's program sponsored by Sam Suits and Tuxedos.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
Okay, back here on the program on a Tuesday morning. Glad you're here, and we're talking about a business in downtown Fresno today. Hope you can call in, and we'll talk about the state of downtown with the new Fulton Street going in. It's opening up here, not yet, but shortly. It's going to be completed. Had some setbacks because of the weather, the rain. Don't complain, because we do need the water. We need the rain, we need the snow melt, and all the rest, but it certainly delayed some of the construction projects going on in downtown Fresno. A programming note for tomorrow. You'll want to tune in. We've got Sal Lomas in the building. He is an ex-boxer. That's right, I say ex-boxer, who took an 8-year layoff because of an injury, came back, won the title, is retiring now to open up a business downtown in Fresno. You believe that? Okay, he'll be here tomorrow. And then Ronnie Paul, that wonderful man who roots for the Dodgers and the Rams. He's going to be here on Thursday, and he's going to talk about his show too, but the Dodgers and the Rams, boo. Anyway, you're watching us live on Comcast, channel 375, as usual, Monday through Friday, 10 to 11 in the morning, a call-in program. You can watch us on 43.6 and 13.1 over-the-air broadcast with a free digital antenna. Now, when you have one of those digital antennas, it's free of charge. You don't have to pay a cable bill. But anyway, the replay comes up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 13.6 YouTube, 8 o'clock tonight, 4.6 Biz TV. And after that, it's on YouTube forever, my friends. Anyway, today's guest has been open for business in downtown Fresno, as I said, for only about a year and a half. He came in from Los Angeles with his wife. Many people are constantly questioning him. Why downtown Fresno? Why didn't you go to North Fresno? Why didn't you go to Clovis? Why didn't you go somewhere else? Why downtown? Well, my friends, I'll let him answer that. Roll the videotape, show you exactly what I'm talking about. Check it out. This is the Root General Store in downtown Fresno, located next door to the Warner's Theater, right next to the new Fulton Street that will be opening up to cars in the next month or so, maybe later. Kirk James is not afraid of downtown, though. He laughs when asked why there. Why not North Fresno? Why not north of Shaw, north of Herndon, or Clovis? He just balks. When he first opened up in November of 2015, the Root was located next door to Peeves Public House. It is now closed and uprooted and moved. The Root is billed as a general store, selling just a little bit of everything, like skincare, jewelry, books, artwork, clothing, that's right. And guess what? All the products made right here in the Central Valley for the most part. They actually sell wallets made from old baseball gloves. There's a print shop for t-shirts, posters, banners. 36-year-old James and his wife, Cassie, I should say, own this place. Both grew up in Clovis. Both left for Los Angeles after high school. They met, they got married, they moved back to Fresno, opened up the business. James worked in the fashion industry in LA for 15 years, brings a wealth of knowledge, and now the James family is swept up in this downtown Fresno thing. And downtown, believe it or not, is drawing more and more people. Coming back to Fresno meant something, as they felt they were coming back to their roots. Therefore, let's call this place the Root. Little play on words. Live in our studios, Kirk James, the owner of the Root General Store in downtown Fresno. We'll ask him about the store, how construction of the new Fulton Street has affected his business, and why he believes so much in downtown Fresno, as do so many other people, ever since Chuck Chansey Park opened up back in 2002. You know, downtown Fresno was deader than a doornail for a long time. Along came the stadium, along came the downtown partnership in 2011, and things have certainly changed. We're back after this from Sam's Suits and Tuxedos in just a moment.
And away we go.
Here's the place that makes you smile. Stick around and stay a while. We're the home of great TV. That's memorable. That's me.
Follow me, sir.
Call them classics, call them the best. Call them favorites, be a guest. Every day there's more to come. Watch and see, there's only one. Me TV.
All you have to do is watch me.
Are you kidding me?
Follow me.
That's memorable. That's me.
That's me.
Me TV.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a 3rd suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
Back here on the program, and we've talked about downtown Fresno so much on this program that it just goes to show you how much interest there is in downtown, whether it's negative or positive. Much of it has been positive the last couple of years or so, ever since the implementation of the downtown partnership, of course. That organization is designed and was actually formed so they could draw more business downtown. And they're actually giving people a $10,000 bonus to open up a business downtown. Kirk James is here. Good morning, Kirk. How are you?
Morning. I'm good. Thanks, John. Thanks for having us on.
Hey, no problem. Did they give you a $10,000 bonus for opening up a business?
We did not get no. We went for it. It was a program that when we first moved back to Fresno, the partnership put on. It was called the Create Here Business Plan. And businesses, it was trying to get businesses to relocate downtown or open up a new business downtown, and up to, I believe, 100,000 in prizes. So you had to submit a business plan, and then a board went over it, and we made it to the semifinals. But it really prepped us to kind of, I guess, be successful in our business and really kind of get all the details worked out, and it kind of set us up for success, I like to think. So
okay, downtown though has been going through a transition period, and a growth period. And so why did you decide to take a chance on downtown? I mean, you could have went to North Fresno. You probably could have went to River Park, maybe someplace in Clovis where you get more traffic. I mean, once people go home from work in downtown, it closes down.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was.
Aren't you going to get more foot traffic in North Fresno and Clovis?
Absolutely, but it wasn't where we wanted to be. We've been in
because
we believe in downtown. We've seen in Southern California. We've seen many downtown Los Angeles, Long Beach, Pasadena, all these.
But this is not L.A.
No, but 15 years ago, downtown LA was a ghost town before Staples Center and all that. It was, you didn't want to be down there. Now it's where everyone wants to be, and we truly believe that Fresno's going to be like this in a few years. So it's going to take some time.
Then don't forget, it's hard to compare a city like LA to Fresno because you have millions upon millions of people that live in LA. It's the second largest city in the entire country, where Fresno, if you're going by television market, it's number 53, but it's a small city compared to LA, so you're not going to get the same foot traffic in downtown Fresno that you do in Los Angeles.
No.
So how can you make that comparison?
But, we're the 5th largest city in the state, and with the county, we've got 1 million plus people in the county, so.
But not everybody's willing to drive downtown for obvious reasons.
I believe in the future they will. There's events downtown, the Grizzly Fest. Over 12,000 people went through there, and there was a lot of people come from out of town. The Frez Yes Fest at the Tioga Sequoia had over 10,000 people in a day. So it's proven that people will come downtown for the right things. So I think the more and more businesses we get down there opening up, this Fulton Street's going to bring a lot of curiosity, I believe. And I think, just talking with people from the partnership, there's a lot of new businesses coming in.
Aren't there still a lot of vacant buildings downtown?
There's a lot.
Aren't there still transients walking around downtown? Aren't the streets still a little bit littered and kind of dirty downtown?
Every downtown has that. Downtown San Francisco, downtown LA. I mean, any downtown you go to has homeless. It has some littered. You know, I think that's the appeal to my wife and I. The downtown. It's not. North Fresno has vagrant. They've got homeless people walking around. So, I just believe I'm more turned on with the architecture down there, the history by it, the people that are moving down there. There's a big group of creatives that are living down there, in all the lofts. There's a ton of living spaces down there. So.
And are people moving into those lofts?
Oh yeah,
They are.
yeah, they're packed.
Okay, I want to roll a piece of videotape. Street view. I want to roll street view because this is kind of what your place looks like from the street. And close proximity to the new Fulton Street. That's the Warner's Theater. You're just like next door, right?
Yep, we're right
Okay.
next door.
So where's the new Fulton Street? Right there.
Just to the right. So if that car went straight, they're going to be forced to make
okay,
a
we're
left.
panning. The
Yeah, if
shot's
they went
panning.
straight,
There it is, right
that
there.
would be going right onto the Fulton Mall. Or
That's
Fulton Street.
There it is, right there.
Yep.
That's new Fulton. So how has that street, the construction of that street, affected your business?
I don't really believe it has so far. We moved our business off the Fulton Mall the day that they were putting those fences up.
That was like a year or more than a year
It was
ago.
October or November. Well, we opened at our new spot in November.
Okay.
But we were basically loading boxes October when they were putting that fence up to do the build out in our new spot.
And that fence is still up because that video was shot just the other day.
It's still up, yeah. They got trees in there now. It's probably been coming down here next week or so. So.
Okay. All right. And when is that street supposed to open up? What's the timetable?
I was in a meeting yesterday with some city planners and Fresno PD about planning the Fulton Street car cruise on August 5th, Saturday.
So that's when it's supposed to open.
Yep.
All right. And your spot is where?
Right where that Grand Cherokee is, we've got 3
Oh, yeah.
storefronts there.
Yeah, you got 3 storefronts, but basically one store with about how many square footage? What's the square footage there?
The retail space is about 1,000 square feet, a little over 1,000. And we have a design print shop that's about 550 square feet.
Yeah, and again, that's the street view there outside, proximity to the new Fulton Street that's going to open up in August. That's the timetable right now, according to city planners. And it's been a long time in coming. They've had some delays because of the weather. That's the zoom in shot you can see right there. They'll take that cyclone fence down. They put some trees up. Okay, the argument is just because you open up a street, that street right there, that doesn't create foot traffic. People still have to park. They have to get out of their car. They have to go into your business. How is opening up that street right there going to create business for Kirk James?
Well, putting that street back in, I believe it's 200 something parking spots that they're putting in because it's parallel parking on both sides of the
Yeah,
street.
of course, you have to pay to park.
Yeah, but any downtown you pay to park.
Most downtowns, yeah,
Well,
I think.
any downtown I've ever been to, you pay to. I'm not concerned about that. I think
What are you concerned about? Anything?
not much at this point. I think it's just there's a lot of new businesses coming in. There's a lot of curiosity going on down there. So I think, most people suspect it's going to happen overnight. They think Starbucks is going to come down there and save downtown, and I don't think that's what we need. I think it needs to be independent companies, brands like mine, independent coffee shops, and those are the ones that usually create the trends and get foot traffic going down there, and then the big guys kind of come and jump off that. So it's going to be a long time till we see big corporate places down there. But
Right. I've had Aaron Blair here several times.
Yep.
Of course, he's head of the downtown partnership in the city of Fresno. And I have told him many times, downtown shuts down at basically 5 o'clock. There's nothing to do downtown after 5 o'clock. There has to be some kind of a draw. When baseball season is over, there's no Grizzlies. If you get a concert, it's probably more than likely going to be at one of the arenas. So what's going to be the draw for downtown
I think
after hours?
there is a lot after hours. There's a lot of music venues downtown that they're not going to be your big box, your guys at
I know
Staples Center.
they're opening up all these breweries, but not everybody drinks, and
No.
and specifically not everybody drinks beer.
Yeah, very true.
So what's going to be the draw downtown?
There's rumors of a bowling alley going in. There's
okay. All right.
there's all sorts of businesses coming in, but that is a concern that a lot of people said that is breweries going to save downtown, but it's not. But it's going to be a good start to it.
Right.
You know,
it'll be good because not everybody drinks beer.
No, and a lot of people you see at the brewery. We've done a lot of events at Tioga Sequoia, and it's very kid friendly, and it's all ages. It's a big beer garden, so they've got toys out there for the kids. So,
and you can eat.
Yeah, you get to eat. So
yeah. But your store is a draw. There's no question about it because, and we'll show the inside of the store. But you need something else to get people down there so they can go into your store.
Yeah, but we knew going down when we set up our business, we knew we weren't basing off foot traffic. We knew it was a destination studio or spot.
What are you basing it on?
So we knew basing what off? I'm sorry.
Just getting new business. How are you? What's the basis for your idea or your theory?
Well, we set up our business knowing that we had to be attractive to people, and set up a shop that wasn't. I believe there's not a shop like ours in North Fresno or Clovis, which is why we are able to draw those customers to our store. We, on a regular basis, we have people coming in from Figard, North Fresno, Clovis, out of town. So I feel like we've been successful in what we're trying to do and aiming with our business plan. And we also do workshops, which is a big draw for people as well. So.
Yeah. Hey, got to take a quick break here,
Sure.
Kirk. 436-MeTV option 11. We have an open phone line. If you want to debate this issue, be glad to. But we're going to take you inside this wonderful store. It's called The Root. It's one of a kind. It's very unusual, but certainly very unique. And we'll show you the inside as soon as we come back after this from Sam's Suits and Tuxedos.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a third suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
When you like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the Whirlpool appliances we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start, but you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Touch the new Whirlpool Ice Collection. It offers a modern style made to create an inspiring kitchen experience. Save big on this Whirlpool Black Ice or White Ice kitchen. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise today.
All right, back here on the program with Kirk James. He's the owner with his wife, of course. They own The Root. It's called The Root General Store. Want to take you inside. Let's show the bags and the hats, my friends. It's just a small sampling of what you'll see once you go inside that store. And Kirk, you'll look up on the monitor. You'll tell us exactly what we're looking at here.
Yeah, it's a Valley Girl design that we did. We printed on some tees and totes. We were doing a lot of Fresno-driven designs and decided to kind of do a few that weren't strictly Fresno, as obviously there is a big Central Valley here that we're trying to attract. So we try to mix it up a little bit. We got some vintage blankets.
What else? What else we got hanging on the wall there?
Pair of jeans. We've got hats and T-shirts.
Yeah.
That F hat there is a collaboration hat that we did with the Fresno Grizzlies that we only sell at our shop. They don't have it at their team store, so we did a exclusive run of hats and T-shirts with them.
And where do you get your hat designs from?
Actually, Sam Hansen, the marketing director of the Grizzlies, designed that. He saw some old vintage style baseball hats in our shop that he wanted to kind of replicate one for the Grizzlies. So it's all the old heavy wool, like satin lined, all made in Southern California.
What are the bottles there that we saw?
Those were some beard oils and beard washes. Those are a local leather maker, Wilkie, who's comes into our shop a lot to teach leather making workshops.
Okay. And those are wallets?
Those are wallets, yeah.
Okay.
Some keychains that the leather on those are made from old vintage baseball gloves.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the monologue. How does that happen?
Yeah, so just different T-shirt
Where do you get
designs.
the baseball gloves from?
We don't actually. A friend of ours down in Long Beach, he collects old vintage gloves, and then as soon as he has like a good stockpile, he
Sells them to you.
starts chopping. No, he makes those. So he
makes
cuts
them.
them,
Okay.
chops them up, and makes wallets and key fobs and belts and.
Oh, so you guys don't make those?
We don't
Someone
make
else
everything
does.
in the shop. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what, a lot of it is different local artists, whether it's not specific to Central Valley, it's all U.S. independent designers.
All right, banners and accessories. Let's roll that videotape there. You make all sorts of things. So, you know, you got what? I think you said about 1,500 square feet there, so it's a pretty big store. Here you got some banners that, yeah, downtown Fresno. Yeah, I imagine you can't get a Dodger flag or a Giants flag in that store either, right? I mean, those
Well,
are...
I've got a few hanging in the print shop. I am a Dodger fan. So.
Oh, you're a Dodger fan?
Yes,
I'm a Giants
sir.
fan.
I
so-
know, I figured.
Okay. All right. So what else are we looking at here?
Those are some beeswax candles from a local bee farm out in Visalia. Some calendars. There's some indigo dye kits. Some incense by a local girl that rolls her old incense.
Mm-hmm.
Some sandals by a local designer.
Okay.
Carry an array of books. Those
What
are
is that?
different. Those are smudge sprays, and then that's smudge sticks like Palo Santo and sage.
Okay. All right. So quite an array of
perfumes.
different things. And more. Is that like perfume? Or
Yeah,
what?
they're rolling perfumes, and that's a local girl out of Visalia that does the moccasins, the kids' moccasins, and some dog collars, and those are the beeswax candles out of Visalia, Jake's Beco.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why we kind of label ourselves a general store, because it is a little bit of everything.
Like
but,
that design right there. Who makes that design?
I do the designs. My
You
wife
did
and
that?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Is this kind of a, you know, I mentioned this to you before the beginning of the broadcast. Is this kind of like a store that maybe you'd find, it's kind of offbeat, maybe in San Francisco, kind of a bohemian type store, a little bit, really offbeat?
It's a little offbeat. Definitely not offbeat to most bigger cities, but it's definitely a new concept to Fresno, which is why we wanted to kind of jump in and be the first to kind of introduce a shop like this to Fresno. So the concept was more about getting people to kind of think and be kind of be conscious about what they're buying. People are very conscious about what they're eating and putting into their bodies, but yet they're not really putting the same thought process into their everyday items. So we're trying to get people to be thinking about what they're purchasing for their day-to-day use, and that it could be made locally here in Fresno or the Central Valley.
All right, the telephone number is 436-MeTV, option 11 if you want to call in. We do have an open phone line. Today's program sponsored by Sam Suits and Tuxedos. Want to roll another piece of videotape. It's called Furniture. I want to take you inside. What are the prices? Like, say I wanted to purchase that T-shirt or a hat, one of those cowboy hats there. Looks like a cowboy hat. I don't know, maybe a hat to protect me from the sun.
Yeah.
What do they cost?
So prices range from the hats. We've got the Grizzlies hats that we did. Those are $40 hat.
Like this piece of furniture here, what does that go for?
The furniture's not for sale. That's just for decor.
Okay.
But the plants are all decor. People try to buy the plants all the time. But we've
hats
got
and T-shirts.
T-shirts are $25. We have the shirts made down in LA, and then we print them in house. So everything is American made. If it's not locally made, it's at least independent U.S. designers. But it is. Some items might be a slightly higher price point for what downtown may be, but they've kind of responded very well to it. So.
And who's your clientele? Who comes into your store? Who is buying this material?
Well, that was a big thing when we were writing our business plan. It was hard to very pinpoint our demographic, because I think it's more of a conscious state of mind, I guess, or like way of thinking than versus an age group or a demographic in that sense. So I think it's more people that are willing to spend a little extra money to support local artists, knowing that it's not mass produced overseas somewhere where minimum wage is pennies. So
Go ahead.
I think, yeah, it's lost my train of thought, but
That's okay. That's all right. All right, I do that often. Scarves. Let's roll that piece of videotape. No problem here. Scarves. And so, you know, I was going to ask you, the ages of these people that come in that buy these things, are they people that are just walking by and they stumble across your store and they don't know about it?
Very, very rarely does that happen. We get a lot of county workers that are out on their lunch break that might kind of do a lap around the
stumble
block, but mainly
Okay.
people know us. They follow us on social media. They somehow have found out about us. We do a lot of events that's been good for us exposure to
Those
bring
are some
people
big
down.
scarves right there.
Those are Turkish towels.
Okay.
So that's that's the only item that is not made in the U.S.
That's made in Turkey.
They're made in Turkey.
How
Turkish
much?
back towel.
What am I going? What?
$25.
Okay, so
they're
it's going to set me back 25. All right.
$25. And they're all cotton bamboo.
All right, and they're those are imported from Turkey. Where do you get them from?
We buy them from a fair trade company out of
vendor,
Turkey.
right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, and are they a popular item?
They are very popular, yeah. We did an event this weekend, and we pretty much sold out of them, so...
Is that right?
We've got to stock back up.
Really? Okay. I want to run one more before I go to the break here. Let's go with some of the shirts. Roll that one, and we've already seen some T-shirts that you make, but these are like... not real dress shirts, but casual shirts.
Casual, yeah. Those are all vintage pieces. So we try to
Made where?
the vintage that good thing about vintage, it's mainly made in the U.S. before production was moved overseas. But since we do try to carry all U.S. made clothes are very expensive, so we have our T-shirts, we have some denim, very few items, and we try to merchandise mainly with like vintage clothes to kind of fill in some gaps of jackets that we're missing and other pieces that we don't have.
Okay. Is that your wife there, by the way?
That's my wife, Cassie.
Okay, your wife, Cassie. And you decided to move back to Fresno after being in L.A. for, what, 15 years?
Yep.
You worked in the fashion industry to a certain extent down there, so you bring a wealth of experience, obviously, to your business. Now, why'd you make that move?
Well,
I know you grew up in Clovis and all that. So did your
We
your
both
wife
grew up in
did.
Clovis. We met at Buchanan.
Your wife went to what high school in Clovis?
We both went to Buchanan.
Okay. All right.
So that's where we met, and then we both were moving south around the same time. And she went to FIDM, which is a Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in downtown, and then I was at Long Beach State.
Hang on, caller. Right. And so you decided to move back to Fresno because?
Friends and family, and then really the more and more we were coming back, we were hanging out more and more downtown, and we really saw the potential of it, and that's really why we jumped ship from LA so quickly and came back. We bought a house and then went back. 45 days later, we packed our bags and we got rid of our business down there. And
what business did you have down there?
I had a business that we were doing design and artwork for mostly bands on their tours and stuff. So we did all their tour T-shirts and posters, and we were able to travel a lot for festivals. And
do you think there's more money to be made as a business owner in L.A. or Fresno?
L.A., but it's very competitive in L.A. My shop is on every corner in L.A. It's not a new concept where Fresno, this concept of a store has not yet been tapped. So there's a lot more potential here in Fresno, but LA's flooded with it. So,
but are there enough hip people in Fresno as there are in LA to purchase this type of clothing, or bags or hats or whatever you're selling?
And we do.
In there?
We ship a lot too, because there's people from Fresno that have moved all around the U.S. and we're constantly, every week we're shipping to Texas, Seattle, New York. People want to represent Fresno, so we're shipping out T-shirts to them. And
is there enough of a marketplace, is what I'm saying, for that store in Fresno as there is in L.A.?
I believe so. I mean, it's kept us alive for a year and a half so far, so hopefully it'll...
Okay.
I believe that, 2 more months with the mall, once that street opens up, it's just going to, keep growing from there, so...
Okay. Caller, you're on the show with Kirk James. He's the owner of the Root General Store. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kirk, let me ask you, the people that come into your shop, do you find more women and men, the younger set? I like the shirts, I like the colors and all that. I think a lot of the young people would like just a casual, I mean, unless you're going to get somebody going in tux and all that, but not in, unless it's a real swanky party or that. But I do like the shirts that you have, scarves for women and whatnot. Well, it's going to take some time to, get the word out that you're there and located. And, let me ask you a real serious question. How many years did you give yourself there at your place where you can say, well, it's going to make it, and I guess it's going to make it the way you're talking, and then you might say maybe this is not the place to have the shop, but you do a lot of shipping and whatnot. But are most a lot of your clientele women, young women under the 30 age group, and the young men? That's really what I would know, Kirk. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's probably our majority of our clientele is the younger demographic that is living down in the lofts downtown. But we do get a lot of older women that are coming in. Majority of our workshops that we have workshops sometimes twice a week.
What are they for? What are the workshops for?
We've done calligraphy workshops, so you can learn hand lettering.
Oh.
We've done leather making workshops, so we'll bring in local leather makers, and they'll teach you how to cut and sew leather, hand stitch it, dye it. We've done a stained glass workshops, indigo dye workshops.
Could I have someone, tailor make me a leather coat?
We probably have a vendor in our shop that makes goods that could probably make one for you.
Okay. All right. So if someone out there wanted that, they could get it.
I'm sure, yeah, through the connections that we carry, some of the guys,
All right.
yeah.
All right, Kirk James is here. A lot more video to show you. The Fulton Street is going to open up, according to Kirk, talking to city planners and officials sometime in August. So still a couple of months away, about 3 months away before that actually happens. There'll be a big ceremony. How it's going to affect downtown Fresno is still up for debate. There's no question about that, because we could sit here. We've debated this issue so many times on this program, and I'm glad Kurt's here so he could tell us about his great general store in the Warner's Theater, a very historic place right here in the city of Fresno all by itself. Anyway, 436 MeTV option 11. We're back after this from Sam's Suits and Tuxedos. By the way, they're located in Clovis.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a 3rd suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
Back here on the program, 436 MeTV option 11. Have an open phone line right now if you want to call in and ask our guest here any question that you'd like. And so, let's see, we're going to run another piece of videotape. It's called Screen Making. I'm interested what this is here. I guess this is all the designs that you have for your t-shirts, right?
So this is silk screening or screen printing.
All right.
So that's the Future is Fresno, that a little play off of an old 70s counterculture shirt that said the future is female.
Right.
So we kind of just did our little twist on it, Future is Fresno.
All right.
But so that's we do, besides our own print stuff, we've done a lot of jobs for the city, a lot of other local businesses. So that's a big aspect. We knew that we weren't purely going to bank off retail off of day one, being that downtown is somewhat of a ghost town. So we do design and screen printing. That's another aspect of our business, as well as the workshop. So
you do design and screen printing for other businesses outside the area.
Yep.
And I was just going to ask you, what percentage of your business is made up of these outside companies that make these purchases, other than the people that just walk into your store? You're not relying on the ghost town of downtown Fresno for people to walk in and keep you guys alive. You need to generate more revenue from outside the area.
Yeah.
Am I right?
So
Contracts that you sign
like I said,
with other people.
We've done a lot of stuff for the old Ashley Sweargen. We did a lot of shirts with them.
But I'm talking about, are you under contract with, say, some company in San Francisco or LA to make designs?
No, we do
Are
all.
you looking to do that?
No, we're a small print shop. We can't.
Okay.
There's much bigger print shops in town, and I'm not
Okay.
trying to compete with that. We've done. We do Lana Coffee, Ampersand Ice Cream, Quesadilla Gorilla. We do a lot of stuff with Aaron Blair and the partnership.
Okay.
We definitely, all of our neighbors down there keep us very busy with design and print jobs. My wife is a stylist, so she stays busy on photo shoots with some local companies when they need a wardrobe stylist. So.
Oh, okay. So she's kind of into the fashion industry
Yeah,
as well.
she went to school for fashion design, and then right out of school, she got involved with fashion styling or wardrobe styling. So.
What about some of the sizes for the T-shirts?
So we have extra small up to 3X in the adults, and then we carry onesies and kids and youth tees as well.
All right. Roll the videotape on sprays. Let's check this one out and see what this is about. And you go ahead and look at the screen there, Kurt, and describe to us what we're looking at. What's this?
So those are just giant matchsticks that you'd keep next to your fireplace, just with the longer stick on it, I guess, the light. That's
Right.
little stained glass. One of the girls that came and taught a stained glass workshop, so you can make one of those and take home. And you learn how to cut the glass and color it and solder all the metal. Those are different facial sprays. There's more Turkish towels there. Some cork bowls. We got some books on gardening.
Right. Well, the videotape is going to continue running here, so you can continue talking and tell us what we're looking at. Obviously, we're looking at some books here. And then, well, that's it. That's it. So you do sell books as well. What kind of books?
We sell a lot of history books on history of Fresno, art books, gardening books, self-healing books, natural medicine type books, a lot of conspiracy type books,
Conspiracy theories?
government conspiracy theory books, or rock and roll conspiracy books, a little bit of everything.
All right. All right.
Wide interest, I guess.
Roll the videotape on logo tees, and I'm not sure what this is. So at this point, what's this here? Obviously, that's a T-shirt, right?
Yeah, we did a playoff like an old PE shirt. We did downtown drinking team. We did that for some events, and we were doing down at Tioga, a root baseball one. Downtown Lips, we call that one. It's supposed to be, well, you'd think maybe like a Beatles Rubber Soul kind of play. Another kind of play off that. Our roots run deep.
And more books,
baseball
obviously.
books.
Yeah.
That felt hat there is made down in Long Beach. It's all hand blocked in Long Beach.
And what does that sell for?
The hats are $90. That's the O from the City of Fresno logo that we took and just put like a little funny smiley face in. That's that Grizzlies hat that we did again. There's some beard oils.
Hey, so Kirk, how do you think the opening of the Fresno Street is going to impact not only you but the rest of downtown? Is it going to have much of an impact? Seriously?
In the future, it will. I truly believe it will. I mean, most people think it's. A lot of people were very upset about the tearing out of the Fulton Mall.
They were?
Which wasn't doing much for the downtown. Yeah, just they would try to debate.
Why do you say that?
I think they would try to debate history and then the artwork. And they weren't knowledgeable enough, I guess, with the project to history, if you want to go that route. The pedestrian mall was put in 64, which Fresno kind of quickly learned that it was a failure. And the 200 plus cities that did it in the mid 60s, they all learned that it was a failure. And so Fresno is one of the last cities that still have that 6-block pedestrian mall. So we were way behind the times. So we were finally changing that. And another thing was the artwork. Everyone thought that all that artwork, there's a Renoir that if you ever took an art history class, Van Gogh, Renoir, Picasso, we have a Renoir that used to sit in front of Payless shoes, which is kind of a shame. And everyone was saying that, oh, that's just going to go in the mayor's backyard or something. But at $5 million of the $20 million budget, we're going into restoring all that artwork and putting it all back down there. So, I mean, that's a pretty big amount of money.
Why was the 6-block pedestrian mall a failure, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I wasn't around during the time to see that. But reading back in history and notes and everything of Fresno and other
What I'm
cities.
talking about here in Fresno. Why was that mall a failure in your opinion? You were here long enough to know. You grew up in Clovis. You knew that mall.
I didn't know it before. I was born in 81. The mall was put in 64.
Right, so it was
But
already there.
My dad was a hot rodder, so he was upset when it got put in because that was the main drag. That's where all the hot rodders would go.
But
that
you
was
were
the thing to
familiar
go.
with it growing up in Clovis. So why, in your opinion, now that you're in a big league adult here,
it was the
why was it
city.
a failure in your opinion?
I think the city just kept growing north, away from its downtown, and that not only shot at the Fulton Mall, but entire downtown lost interest in everything. Once Fashion Fair opened up, Manchester, and then as we continue going more and more north into Madera, we ran out of space. So now we're jumping back down there. So
now, a week ago at this time, we had Mo Bagunu, the general manager at Manchester Center, as a guest, and they are spending mega millions of dollars to refurbish
Revamp
Manchester. That's going to take away from downtown as well.
I think it's just going to connect it all. I think if we can, like they're trying to connect Tower to downtown, I think if we have these giant gaps on Blackstone, which is a big project that the city's trying to work on. That, there's North Fresno, there's River Park, I guess, and then we have downtown, and then you don't know of much in between. You surely don't go to Manchester these days.
But they're not going to go downtown for entertainment. They'll go to Manchester for entertainment. They'll have eateries. They'll have the movies. They'll have some entertainment. They'll have outdoor cafes.
And that's all coming in downtown as well.
How is Manchester going to be connected to downtown?
I think it's just going to be a transition to downtown. It's going to lead people into there. I don't believe that we're going to compete. Manchester's going after, I think they're bringing in Chipotle and other big box things that I don't believe those places are going to be going into downtown yet. Downtown, we're, I think, banking off of more of the local mom and pop restaurants that are going to make our downtown special because you don't have that shop in North Fresno. So these people are going to come downtown because this isn't a chain restaurant or a chain bar or music venue. I mean, there's numerous music venues downtown. At any given night, you can go see great music.
Yeah,
it may not be advertised.
With Chipotle and The Habit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're going with. But there'll be other cafes, and
then,
they do have
there's
movie.
Chipotle and Habit at Fig Garden. It doesn't make it that much more special. It's good for that direct neighborhood, I guess, in a sense. But I believe that downtown is going to thrive due to the independent businesses that are moving in down there.
Right, but they'll have tons of retail too. They'll have tons of entertainment in terms of going to the movies and other types of entertainments. They're going to bring bands in, I guess. So they'll have it all there. Hard for downtown to compete with that when they're trying to revitalize downtown and get downtown up off its rear end.
Yeah.
To a certain
extent. And I think it's funny because downtown is there is a big clique of downtown group that are core downtown that live down there that they won't venture to Manchester. They don't venture to North Fresno.
I don't think you'll venture to Manchester.
I won't. I don't go to North Fresno rarely.
I don't think you'll venture to Tower.
We go to Tower at times. We drive through Tower. We kind of live in the outskirts of Tower, so yeah.
So you'll venture back and forth.
The downtown family is very tight, and I think that is going to thrive.
You're
that's
part of that downtown group.
Yeah,
that
I think
believes in downtown, and you're not afraid to go into the Tower as well.
No.
And how does a Tower compare to downtown? What's going on there?
Tower's always been a somewhat a cool spot to go. The city's trying to clean it up a bit with kind of the riffraff that's kind of runs the streets there at times. Yeah. But I know the city is aware of it. They're working on it. And there's crime in every parts of the city. My North Fresno, Clovis, everyone's got their crime. So, it saddens me when I hear people saying that they won't go downtown because of the homeless, and it's scary. It's like
drugs, the crime.
Yeah, I've been down there a year and a half, and I haven't seen any crime or drugs yet. So
yeah, what I don't like though about downtown is if you go down there during the day, and you need to park to go somewhere to drop off something or make a transaction, you've got to pay to park.
Yeah,
that's a big drawback. At least for me it is. I'm just being honest with you.
No, and I get that, and that's a big complaint for everyone, but I always bring up the fact that, so many people are so quick to jump out of town to San Francisco or LA for the weekend, but you're paying to park there. I don't know why people will pay to park in those big cities, but they won't pay to park in their own city. So that confuses me. I've just living in LA for 15 years, I'm used to paying to park anywhere. And it doesn't bother me.
But I got to tell you something. When my family and we go to the Giants
And we
game,
validate the park anyway, so.
Right. Okay, you do validate the parking.
Most businesses down there do in the parking.
Okay.
Not meters, but all the parking structures.
When I go to San Francisco and I want to watch a Giants game, I'm paying $8 to park. That's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What am I paying in downtown Fresno? On average.
For street parking, or I mean, you can park on Mono Street for free and go to walk to a baseball game.
Okay.
There's no there's on our
but there
block.
are meters downtown, and I'm
There
not sure what the hourly rate
certain
is.
blocks, but you go one block north, past Stanislaus, and there's no meters all through Stanislaus. All that.
If you can find a spot.
Oh yeah, I find a spot every day down there, no problem. So
really? Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I park on our direct block every day.
Hey, Kirk James is here. Him and his wife own the Root General store that's downtown, and just right on the edge there of the end of Fulton Street that's opening up in August. Him and his wife own that place right next door to Warner's Theater, that very historic place as well. So go down there and check them out. We'll show you some more video from inside the store, some unique items that you can purchase there, hats, t-shirts, furniture, all kinds of stuff. 436-MeTV option 11. Got an open phone line. Back after this from Sam's Suits and Tuxedos.
Unscramble. Sing, honey, sing.
Call them classics, call them the best. Call them favorites, be our guest. Every day there's more to come. Watch and see, there's only one. Me TV.
Try me.
Me.
That's memorable, that's me.
That's me.
Me, you gotta see. That's memorable, that's me. Me TV.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a third suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
Back here on the program, connect with me, MeTV Fresno 436, MeTV option 11. Kirk James is here. Let's roll the videotape. Computer work. I'm interested what this videotape has to show us. Computer work. You don't sell computers in there.
We don't, but we do design work. So we do
Gotcha.
logos and T-shirt designs, or brochures, business cards. We do a lot of like layout work. So
if I want to come in and make up I want let's see, I want a stash of say 500 business cards.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
yeah,
Make them up. And
yeah.
what would that cost?
we would design them in house, and then we use a printer locally that we print through. We have a contract with. So
What's that going to cost me?
if you have a design, or if you need a design work is roughly about $60 an hour, and then the printing, we probably do 500 business cards for probably $20. Fairly cheap.
500 business cards for $20?
Yeah.
Depending on the design or what?
No, I mean the design's separate, but no, just
Okay, so $20 gets me 500 business cards.
Yeah.
I may take you up on that.
Do
That's
it.
not a bad deal. Wow.
Yeah.
And so is that
It's
a
a
big
local
part of your
printer.
business?
It is. That's another big aspect. That was a lot what I was doing down south, was design and printing work. So besides screen printing, also like digital type printing. We don't have that technique to do in house, but
Okay, all right. This is the Root General store that you were looking at there. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on Connect with Me. What's your question for Kirk James?
Well, I just, Kirk, I'd like to know, most of your customers, what demographic are you going after? Are you going after Caucasian, Latinos, blacks? Because, as you know, the Fulton Mall is historically mostly Latinos and blacks because of the fact that it's a lower neighborhood. But at the Fulton Mall, you know, they have the giant indoor swap meet, which attracts a lot of business on the weekends. And I know that a lot of people don't really complain about anything. Even the parking is not a big thing. It's just they love going there. But the only thing I have heard is that they're getting tired of, well, you know, the construction and the the police. It's a little bit too much that they actually harass people down there sometimes. And I would like to go to your shop. I think you have some interesting stuff there. I'd like to go look at your beeswax candles.
There you go.
Yeah,
See,
come
you got
on
a,
in.
you got a customer.
Yeah.
Where do you live, sir? Caller?
I live in Dinuba,
Oh, okay, but you're very familiar.
but I do go to the Fulton Mall on weekends there because, like I said, I like going by the indoor squat meet. I like to go to visit the little shops there.
Mhm.
You know, go pick up a ball game. You know, I like the old downtown. It reminds me somewhat of Mexico.
You're very
Have
familiar
a
with
great time
downtown. Caller, you're very familiar with downtown Fresno. Do you think downtown has a chance to revitalize itself with new business? Because there isn't a lot to do downtown after hours.
Well, I think that has to do more with the city council letting loose and open certain businesses downtown. It was very popular back in the day, so we just got to see what's there again. I think maybe the addition of a new mall down there would help a lot.
The addition of a new mall?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, because that's where most of the young kids like going anyway. So, you know, I don't think they really spend money, but they do like going down there and just hanging out. So, you know, with that comes, you know, other people too. So I think with the new mall would do great downtown.
Yeah, I think though, that's a mall is going to attract families. Downtown needs to attract families, not individuals just hanging out. Would you agree? Because once you hang out, that's when trouble starts. You want to attract families down there so they can be involved.
I mean, that's at any mall. I mean, you go to you go to any mall, and you have people hanging out, and you have families.
Right.
I think it's just a well blend, and people know the limits. So
Right.
if they're out to cause trouble, they know what the police are going to get them. So, you know, but I think they need more families on there because, like I say, when I go on weekends, I have a great time down there. You know, you can get food, you can get some blankets, you can get whatever you need down there. You know.
Okay.
And I think the shop, once the word does get out, I think it'll do good because I did see some interesting stuff there, some real interesting stuff.
Thank you.
Good looking items. Yeah, I agree with you, caller.
Yeah. The only thing is, I think that that he needs to maybe, I don't know if we do flyers or stuff like that to get more of the word out to you. I think that would be good. You know, we get little more word out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great call. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. That was a good call. So, is the caller right? Are people down there getting tired of the construction?
Absolutely.
Have they just had it
numerous-
up to here with the construction?
A lot of businesses are tired of it. And the rain, as much as we needed it, was a major delay. When we first started this project, they were saying, I believe May was supposed to be the completion date. That was like 300 days.
Yeah.
The rain was a big setback. The team, they're hustling though. As soon as it's cleared up, they're hustling. So there's bi-weekly meetings that is people from the city, the construction company, all the business owners, building owners are able to go to and ask questions about when this is going to be open up, concerns like this light's out, can I get access to this door? Everyone's been very happy to kind of meet everyone's needs, I guess, or wants to kind of less affect their business. But it would, if I was still in the mall, it would wear on me. But you're on the
downhill
now.
Yeah,
So
you're on the edge of the mall, so you're not right in the middle of it.
I'm not right in it, but my wife and I walk the mall every other day, whether we're walking down to get lunch or walk down to Tioga to grab a beer or Los Panchos. So in our mind, there's plenty to do down there. We left LA thinking that we're gonna be bored in Fresno, and it's the exact opposite. Every night there's something going on.
The
down there.
caller also pointed out how police are kind of hassling people downtown. Is that right?
Well, there's a new police group that is for downtown of the bike cops, so they can get in on the mall more, in the back alleys.
How many of them?
There's a group of 6.
Okay. On bikes.
On bikes.
Fresno PD.
Uh-huh. And I haven't seen any. I don't have any problems with homeless in front of our shop in our direct block.
No vagrancy or anything?
No, not at all. I did see it on the mall in pockets a lot more, areas that are fenced off, because there's little pockets that people can hide in, which is why the guys are on the bikes so they can go patrol through that. But I haven't seen anyone being harassed that shouldn't be harassed.
Let's roll the videotape. It's called Exterior. The exterior of the place here, the Root General Store. By the way, located, what's the address? I know where it's located, but what's the address?
1424 Fulton Street. So we're in Warner's Center, they call it.
A few doors down from Warner's.
A few doors down from Warner's. Frank's Place, which is listed there on the kiosk. That's the bar right next door to us that does music venues. And then we're right across the street from K-Jewel. So 95.7, ESPN, all those stations are right across the street. So that's some of the offices of Warner's. That leads upstairs to Star Palace, and that's our front door.
Are you worried about when this construction is finally over that people might forget a little bit about downtown? Because right now, the uproar is, when's the construction going to stop? And it's, you know, the construction is all, it gets a lot of news coverage in the paper, on the news, on this show. Well, once it dies down, you know, the publicity about downtown may die down a little bit. You concerned about that?
Not at all, because there's so much more construction that's going to start right back up as soon as this is over. All the big new buildings that are coming in at the South Stadium. The Fulton Street project is going to be complete, and then as soon as that's done, you're going to see construction going on all south end of the stadium, all these new buildings coming in. So construction is going to continue, coverage will continue. I think curiosity will continue.
You're a stone's throw away from the stadium, right?
Yeah.
Not too far?
Not too far. We walk down there all the time.
All right. And so you're that mural is right there. Beautiful mural. You're not far from that.
Yeah.
But
in the mural district, they call it.
Yeah, the mural district. And so, but you're going to be one of those business owners downtown. Correct me if I'm wrong. All this publicity is going to go to downtown Fresno, what's going on the mall and the reconstruction. And you're the guy on the side saying, hey, don't forget about me. I'm here too. My store is located just off Fulton Street. Don't forget about me. Is that you?
I don't think we'll be forgotten about. I mean, we're right at the head of it. People are going to drive by our shop to go onto the mall or go out of the mall, so we're not concerned about it. I mean, it's hard to pass up Warner's Theater and not sit there and stare at it and get out and enjoy it. It's a beautiful building built in 20s, so.
Hey, let's show the front door just real quick, like 20 seconds, can we? Carrie, and we'll get out of it. We won't show the whole thing. We've got about a minute left before the end of the program here. I do want to show your front door. That's it right there. And then you can get out of this video when we need to, Carrie, because we're short on time here, but that's the sign out front, I take it?
Yep, we're working on a new sign. We just got approval from the board members of Warner's. We're working on, we want to do a neon sign out front, since that's a lot of the old buildings down there have neon signs.
All right. Kurt, I think we're out of time, but the Root General Store, located just a couple of doors down from the Warner's Theater. Kirk James, the owner of the Root General Store, good to see you. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
Much success to you and your wife. All right. Thank you for your time. Tomorrow we got Sal Lomas, the boxer, the former professional boxer and world champ. He is going to be here. He's retiring, opening up a barbershop downtown Fresno. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a third suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
If you have a need to promote your business or event, please consider MeTV Fresno for your next campaign. MeTV reaches over 100,000 of your potential customers in the Fresno area every single week. Plus, you can rest assured that your commercial is running in the greatest family-friendly programs of all time. MeTV Fresno delivers a strong, loyal audience ready to buy, and your campaign will cost a fraction